So I have one more question left, but
Sure.
so what would you consider to be the biggest flaw in the federal government's response to COVID?
I think it's been, I'm going to say there's two things. Number one, really poor support for our farmers. Our farmers are really struggling in a whole bunch of different ways. We didn't touch on that. They're struggling from a lack of foreign workers who normally come in to help with harvest, and not just with harvest, but with planting and everything else. And CERB has taken away the desire of most young students, etc., to work on farms. Even and Even people who were eligible for the summer student work program. Some of those people aren't showing up to work on the farms because they can stay home and collect CERB. Combine that with uh, great reductions in purchases from the food sector. Combine that with challenges in foreign markets like China. Our farmers are really having a hard time, and there's been almost no support that's been put forward by the government for farmers. So that is a massive fail that we're going to feel the effects of down the road. And secondly, we've really not supported our small businesses as well as they should. We're losing a bunch. And if the wage subsidy is completely eliminated in December without some kind of a plan, I think we're going to see far, far greater business losses going down in the future. So those are the two real big things that I think the government has dropped the ball on.
Thank you for mentioning that because I'm not even aware of the lack of support for farmers. It's not something I've heard enough about. So I'm glad. Thank you for bringing that up, and also for the support for small businesses because I think there are a lot of people that are under the misconception that they're receiving a lot more support than they have been. So thank you for bringing
Yeah,
both those up.
no, absolutely. They're working hard. What I learned on my business tour is this: the businesses who are adapting, changing their model rapidly, are going to be able to survive. Some businesses are not changing at all, and they're going to have a tough time when all of the various support programs disappear, because the new norm is that Canadians aren't really feeling that comfortable going out and shopping and going to restaurants. And I think it's going to take a while for that to go away. And the government's going to need to support small business through that.
100%. I 100%. Awesome. So is there anything you'd like to say to the people of Dufferin before we wrap it up?
I think I've been pretty proud of the response in the riding in Dufferin and in the other part of my riding in Caledon. We've shown such great community support. I've highlighted a bunch of those things over the last few months. People who have really stepped up to contribute. It's really inspiring to see how many people, even though they're going through a really tough time, they decide I'm going to try and help other people in my community. So, been really blown away by the acts of kindness by many people all across Dufferin.
I'd agree. I don't know why I'm so surprised, but I really am. It's amazing to see. It's
It,
awesome. So what would you say is the best way to get in touch with you?
If you want to get in touch with me, you can always send me an email. My email address is kyle.seaback@parle.gc.ca. And the best phone number to reach me at is my number here in Orangeville, 519-941-1832.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. And we'll make sure to include your social media details in the post as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Social media is great, but if you're looking to get a response from me, I try and explain this. Posting on Facebook is really hit or miss, because I can have 10 posts going at the same time with multiple comment threads, and I'm not reading them all. So if you really want to get a response from me, call the office or send an email.
That makes a ton of sense. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for your time and for answering these questions. We really
No
appreciate it.
problem. Thanks, Josh.
Awesome. Thank you.